Against this right back, Charlie.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
There's always just that active red line, defenders. I think of them like.
Are we live? Of course we're live. People, deluded, I'm back again. Now above my head you can see the Spanish and Croatian flags. It's Spain against Croatia. Again, hopefully it's a good game. I must admit, when the Euros groups and fixtures were announced, this was one of the fixtures in particular I was looking for. Big up you lot on Twitter, Twitch and YouTube. Smash the like button, get your opinions in, get your predictions in. How do you think this game's going? Now for me, I'm going to go close encounter 2-1 Spain. I must admit, I was looking forward to this game for obvious reasons, people. You know, Croatia, I think they've got a population of what, 3 or 4 million pounds. Man said million pounds. You can see what's on my brain. Million people. And I think you have to admire them. You know, you look at the players they've had over the years, you know, the current players they've got starting, they always bring through a great crop of technically gifted footballers for a nation that is tiny. And again, where Spain's concerned, if Spain didn't have technically blessed footballers, there'd be something wrong. Now, where Spain's concerned, I think in terms of how they play the game and stuff, I think they can play everyone on, you know, on the planet and give them a game. But when things go wrong, I have some concerns. I'm happy to see Pedri and Yalmao. I think they're two great players, and I'm happy to see them play today. And I think it'll be a great game. I think it'll be an entertaining one. Big up you lot. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. It is our second of 3 watch-alongs today. After this, we're watching Italy against Albania. So yeah, people, you can see the lineups. For Spain, you've got Simon, Carvajal, Lenormand, Nacho, Cucurella, Ruiz, Rodri, Pedri, Yalmao, Morata, and Nico Williams, who's been linked with Arsenal as well as many other clubs. You can see the Croatian lineup as well. You've got Majir, Kamaric, Budimir, Kovacic, Modric, Brozovic, Prongramic. I forgive me, I'm butchering these names. I need to learn. Salato, Guardiola, Stanisic, and Luvakic, people. So yeah, it should be a great game. We've got 7 minutes until kickoff. RIP Kevin Campbell. It's a shame to hear the news about Kevin Campbell today. May his soul rest in peace. And you know, thoughts are with his family and loved ones at obviously the difficult time. Today, man, got the notification I'm driving. Better late than never, man. Man, thinking about money again in this living crisis. How can you not be thinking about money, really and truly? Where this group's concerned, Group B, you've got Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania. So it's a pretty open group. With the greatest of respect to Albania, it's peak, man. You'd imagine, you know what? Spain, Croatia, and Italy. Who gets out of that? You'd imagine the Italians somehow get out of that. Spain are probably the favourites, and you can't underestimate Croatia. Now, if you're Italy or Albania, you're hoping that it's probably a draw today, or you're probably hoping Croatia win, if I'm honest. 3-2 Spain, Yalmao and Modric scoring. That would be decent. And I hope Yalmao has a great game, man, because there's a lot of young players in and around the Euros, man. Obviously, we saw Musiala and Wirtz announce themselves in the European stage in great fashion against Scotland. Get your predictions in. I'm going 2-1 Spain. We've got 4-2 Spain. I mean, I'd love to see goals. We've seen goals in the last 2 games that we've done our watch-alongs. You know, Germany, Scotland had a lot of goals. Obviously, we were treated to 4 goals in the recent game today between Switzerland and Hungary, man. So I hope it follows on in that vein. You scouting Williams. I wouldn't call it direct scouting, but, you know, naturally it's a chance to see him under close supervision. I like him a lot. Question marks over his decision-making and natural things of a player of his age at this moment in time, but decent player. Now, there's rumours that Arsenal want to activate his release clause, but you hear he's on 200 grand a week. Now, if he joined Arsenal or any other club away from where he currently is, you'd imagine he'd get some sort of uplift on those wages. Now, that's the going rate, but is he worth 250k a week wages, 300 grand? It's not my money. I definitely ain't got that. It's nothing to do with me. And we're back, folks. No better place to be for these watch-alongs. Big up DJ and everyone who's been tuned in since yesterday. Marcel, you're far too kind. You're part of the furniture. And big up yourselves. For me, I just want to see a good game of football, man. I want to see sauce. I want to see, you know, technically gifted players. I want to see goals. I must admit, I want to see VAR drama and things like that. I'm no different to a lot of you lot people. I want to be entertained as a neutral. As I said, we will be watching Italy, Albania after this. That's the link. So yeah, man, ready to go, man. We've got 4 minutes until kickoff. Both teams are doing the national anthems. Should be a good game of football. Looks like a sunny, bright day in Germany. I can't say that's the case in England. If I'm honest with you, it's inconsistent. 1 minute it's sunny, then it's raining, then it's cloudy, like overcast. And, you know, probably, as I've said, that it's probably changed about 3-4 times, man. I want to see drama as well. I mean, to be fair, some of these groups are mad, really. You look at Group A, we've seen Germany. Well, we've seen all 4 teams play. You know, Hungary and Scotland both have L's. I think based on the second half, you know, Hungary probably could have got something out of the game, but they lost. Hungary actually have Germany next. So you'd imagine Germany and Switzerland go through. Scotland is peak. You're just participating, really. Group B is open. It's open because technically, you know, we're 4 minutes away from the first game of that group kicking off, but we haven't seen a ball kick there. So, and it's open. You can make a case of Italy going through, Spain going through, Croatia going through. Football loves an underdog. So, you know, if Albania were to get something against Italy, you know, if they were to get 4 to 6 points, they're in a great position. Group B is, would it be fair to say Group B is the group of death? Obviously, Group A, you've got Germany, Switzerland, Hungary, Scotland. Group B, you've got Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania, as you lot know. Group C, you've got Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, and England. Group D, you have Holland, France, Poland, and Austria. That's a difficult group. Well, for Austria. Group E, you've got Ukraine, Slovakia, Belgium, and Romania. You'd imagine Belgium go through. Group F, you've got Portugal, Czech Republic, Georgia, and Turkey in that regards. Big up Dermot. There will be goals, but low score. As long as there's goals, man, as long as there are goals. Edu give Arteta Nico. I mean, you know what? Nico Williams is Spanish. He addresses, he identifies and addresses an area we need, which is another sort of wide man. He's young and impressionable for Mikel Arteta to, you know, coach good habits into him and uncoach bad habits. Oh, look at you, Zubamendi, on the bench, and you're right next to Raya. Raya, chat to him. Let's get that done. Let's get that done. Zubamendi, I hear you moving half-hearted about this Arsenal move. When we knock, we shouldn't have to ask twice. But for you, I ask twice. Get it done, man. Again, smash the like button if you haven't. Let me know your predictions and let's engage in conversation. Jojo, one love, my guy, for tuning in. As I said, I hope this doesn't disappoint me because this is the game of the group stages for me. This is the game I was looking forward to. Nico Williams to Barcelona, if they can sort their money out. I believe so as well, Amari, man, in the sense of, again, rumours are different things. And you've said it there. We hear Barcelona struggling financially, but you equally hear rumours that they're intent on bringing in Kimmich and obviously Williams to the point where they'll sell Rafinha. You're also hearing rumours that if Williams can't get a move this summer, he's happy to stay at his current employers and move to Barcelona next summer. I do think when you look at his release clause, it presents a good opportunity, if I'm completely honest. But then the wages. But again, if he signs for us and he makes himself levels, nobody cares how much you get paid. Nobody cares that Kai Havertz is on 200 grand a week or pays or costs 65 million at this moment in time. They did when we played Fulham and he was in central midfield. You could say Nico Williams scouting. I must admit, obviously we're watching the game, but I'm more interested in Barcelona's Yalmao. I'm more interested in watching Pedri. I'm more interested in watching Morata miss some comical finishes. But yeah, you could see that. And I want to see a masterclass from Modric, if I'm honest. Barca want Williams as a Vinny. I think that Vinicius is already at the club, really, in Yalmao. I think you got to remember the man's 16, but he's one of them every now and again, you know, and again to all different levels. I think there's some young players that just skip. They're just very different to the conventional path of young players. You look at Pedri, you look at Yalmao. I would say Kobe Mainoo, Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, the madman that plays for Man United, but it was on loan in Spain. We don't condone what he did. Every now and again, I think Musiala is another one. Wirtz is another one. Some very good players, man. And the players I've said, and he's got nothing to do with this, but Vinicius, these kind of guys give me hope, if I'm honest with you, where football's concerned, because obviously goals and assists matter, but I think too many people get hung up on that. Like, football's about enjoyment, about watching players that obviously excite you, and I think these names are there, man. Guardiola against Yalmao, interesting matchup. It should be in theory, man. Hopefully we get to see some entertainment, really. Oh, should I change my prediction? I went 2-1 Spain. 3-2 Spain. 3-2 Spain. I'm changing it. 3-2 Spain. Yeah, I think there's goals today, man. Nico Williams not on that salary. But if he comes and does the job, pause, nobody cares really and truly, man. Like it's irrelevant in a sense if you just do the business, if I'm completely honest. And I mean, he's young. And to be honest, if you lock him down on a 4 or 5 year deal, obviously within that time period, you'd have to upgrade his deal. But it don't really matter, essentially. If he's got the potential that they say he can and be a... I use the term world beater lightly because, you know, in the day and age is crazy. Nobody cares. And for Arsenal, obviously, we're not where we want to be. But naturally, if we become that team that challenges for multiple honours, then you've got to pay people respect, you know, handsomely. You know, obviously we're not Manchester City, but you would imagine, you know, it feels like every week Foden's getting a new contract, Kevin De Bruyne is getting a new deal, etc., etc. The game's kicked off, people. Hopefully it's a good game of football. So throw in here with the Spaniards, it's flicked on. I know it's here with the Croatians, and Modric has just skipped past someone. Modric's pass doesn't find the man. How many times throughout his career have we said that? I mean, it's only 30 seconds in, but it's become clear that we're probably going to have to wait a period for, you know, teams to calm down. I mean, Unai Simone, I might be being a bit harsh, but it's nothing to do with me because you're playing, you know, for your country in the Euros. But I don't think much of him as a goalie. I think he's quite shaky, Nacho. And I mean, Spain have they've got good players. They're all cultured on the ball. They're all great. You know, a lot of their players have won stuff, but it just feels like things are missing. You know, obviously they ain't got the Xavi Alonso's, the Santi Cazorlas, the Iniestas, the Ramoses, the Puyols. They've got good players, but I just think Spain don't have a plan B, man. And I don't think they can react when things go left. And I think they will miss... I'm not saying they can't do things, but I think they'll miss Gavi throughout the course of this tournament. Carvajal has found his international teammate and his club rival in Yamal, who's gone backwards. I like him a lot. For beyond the obvious, it's a temperament, man. Like, you can just tell he's made for this. Now, unfortunately, in today's day and age, you know, young players are, you know, if you're bigged up and got all this potential, when you inevitably have a bad game or as good as you are, you struggle to, you know, go through what you need to go through to become a player. People call you overrated. And, you know, La Masia ain't produced someone that's been talked about this probably since Lionel Messi. So, or slightly Broyan as well. It didn't work out. But I think he's got the temperament to handle that. I thought Raya was Spain's starter. Who knows, man? Right now, it's not him. There goes Nico Williams. And to be honest, he can play on the level. I must admit, I think he's good, but I think he's overrated in the sense of people put him on the level. He's not. He's a very good player. I just think people need to calm down. Damn, I didn't even realize DG hit 60K. Congrats on that milestone, my guy. Onwards and upwards. Appreciate that. Couldn't have done it without you guys, man. We're trying to get to 70 before the end of the year. Feels like an impossible task, but we keep going in it. Trust the process and that, man. And RIP the Millwall goalie, man. To lose your life in Kevin Campbell's case at 54 and my man at 26. You can't really put that into words, can you? A long searching ball for Morata is too much on that, really. And it's into the grateful hands of the Croatian keeper. The Croatian keeper, I'm sure if you play Football Manager, at some point, everyone had him in their side. I'll be watching Lenormand closely. I think, is he on the move? He's been linked with a move away from Sociedad. If he hasn't made that already, he was once upon a time linked with Arsenal. To be honest, this is the Dani Olmo derby. I say that because he's a Spanish international who, you know, I'm sure he's got a fond affection for Croatia because he was at Dynamo Zagreb once upon a time. Appreciate that, Harry. One love. But yeah, my Raya's on the bench. It would have been nice to see Raya get a start, but who cares? Shout the Kenyans as well. Shout everyone all worldwide, man. Like, we do this for the love of the game. So hopefully it's a good game of football. Right now it's looking like a chess match. I don't think many people could have expected it to be open. I think the tempo would be good, and I thought it would be a bit slightly faster than this. But neither team's going to give anything away. I think Croatia, obviously, man for man, they've got players who can hold their own. But in comparison to the Spanish team, Spain just edge it. But they can hold their own. And here they are in possession. Cucurella a bit tigerish there. It's a Croatian throw, and it's taken very quickly. It's a smart idea there. Croatia in possession. Is that switch of play going to pay off? No, Carvajal will just head it back to his goalie, Unai Simone. Lenormand going to Atletico Madrid. Yeah, there you have it. I knew he's linked with someone. Let's see what all the hype's about. Cucurella playing left back. Bro, Spain, what's going on with the pipeline? That's a good switch of play from Fabio Ruiz. Go on, Yamal. Take him on, man. You're the truth. You're the truth. Show me something. Okay, that cross wasn't the best, but Spain still have it. Hit it! Ruiz, hit it! Ooh, Croatians living dangerous. Unfortunately for Spain, it hasn't come to anything. But that's how quickly things can go left. I wonder if Fabio Ruiz must enjoy playing for Spain more. Well, I mean, many people probably enjoy playing for their country more than their club, but it's been a testing period since he's joined Paris Saint-Germain. And Croatia are slipping into bad habits after starting well. They're giving the ball away. Rodri, Nacho. you look at the collective experience to have Rodri, Nacho, Carvajal, pardon me. And this is why England could learn a thing, man. Like, I'm not saying necessarily play these young players, but look how the Germans have Musiala and Wirtz and how they've developed them. There's probably a couple of other kids in and around. Even that young Pavlovic, I believe, at Bayern Munich, he misses this tournament, but he was called up. Yamal, 16 years of age, playing. I just think the attitudes around young players in many other European countries, England could learn from. England like to build up players, the first to tear them down. Carvajal, I'm sure he would reckon that he could put a better cross in. Rodri's retrieve possession. Carvajal, Lenormand. But I mean, as much as Croatia are good on the ball, they probably expected Spain to have the lion's share of possession. And here goes Spain again. Nacho, there was a ball out to Cucurella on the left there. Spain still got it. Yeah, this is probably going to be game of the tournament. I'm pushing agendas because this is the one I really wanted to watch. But yeah, folks, let's see exactly what's going on in that regard. Ball over the top. Is that going to find Williams? Williams, you need to show us something. He's got a great amount of pace, but he's just shepherded out of possession there. I mean, I have no doubt he's a baller. He's pacey. I'm sure he's good 1v1, but that doesn't necessarily impress me. Like, that's an attraction to signing you. I need to see something. You're defo better than your brother. Nagelsmann is a miles better manager than what we've got, though. So that's it all, really. I hear that, but it's more the philosophy. How many crop of German players have you seen come through? There was that time where, well, to be fair, Ozil's nowhere to be seen. Muller's still about. Kroos was there. I'm sure, like the Kroos, Ozil, that kind of thing. Look how they blood their young players. They're even playing in the under-21s. The whole attitude around player development. And you are right. You have a manager that reflects that. Big up Southgate, but that's more of a diplomatic appointment than it is anything to do with football. And to be fair to Gareth Southgate, I don't think he's the guy to, when you've got Saka, Kobe Mainoo, Foden, Bellingham, like very exciting players. I don't think he's the guy to get the best out of them. But, in my 29 years, nobody expects England to really do anything. In Southgate's defense, he can at least say, I'm sure he's got to a semis, he's got to a final. He might have even got to the semis in the tournament before the World Cup as well. Probably overachieves a strong straight statement, but potentially overachieved. When you look at the golden generation, when you had Rooney, Sol Campbell, Ashley Cole, Rio Ferdinand, Lampard, Gerrard, star-studded Paul Scholes, star-studded 11. For whatever reason, no one was getting nothing. Serious players, Andre, man. Serious players. Musiala, boy. Musiala could be anything he wants to be. I think I rate him higher than Wirtz. I think Wirtz is good. I think Wirtz is probably a year behind in his overall development because he had a mad ACL. And I think if you look at when Musiala came on the scene to now, physically, Musiala obviously can still be bundled off the ball, but he can ride tackles and hold the ball. I think Wirtz probably needs to improve physically a bit. He can be bundled off the ball for all his quality, but he's a superstar in their making. I don't quite buy the Mesut Ozil comparisons. Williams. They don't play the youngsters how they're playing them now, man. There's not a system in place to progress these young players. Saka was a main player. Sancho weren't a main don. Like how Yamal is now. Let's be honest, Southgate got bullied into calling up Mainoo. There's not a system, England don't look, to be fair, it's not exactly true. From the 21s to now, there's not a streamlined approach. They're not all playing the same way. There's not a consistent philosophy. That's my point. Spain, they're always going to play this kind of techie football. Germans, everything is built around the team and they've got multifunctional players. Not so much now, but Brazil, it's Joga Benito. What the hell is England? That's my overriding point. And at the pinnacle, you have a manager that reflects it. And to be fair, for England to miss out on Musiala is shocking, man. He didn't select everybody on merit, which I don't expect him to. That's absolute bullshit, social joins. Pardon my French. Didn't select everyone on merit. You can't select everyone on merit. Doesn't make sense. And I don't think in this squad, I said it in the last stream, I don't think he's got the balance. I think there's too many players in there in form. And there's too many players that he knows. And it is difficult being an international manager. It's very difficult. At the end of the day, you have to pick what's right. And to be fair to Southgate, I do think it's slightly more of a braver squad selection than I thought. But England aren't doing anything serious. You centre-half pairing question marks. Who the hell is playing left back? And is whoever plays left back, are they fully fit? There's going to be an imbalance in midfield. Free kick to Spain. It's probably too far out to have a real effort here. But let's see what they can engineer. Williams over it. Morata's the captain. I mean, is this the Williams you lot want at Arsenal? Fair enough. Which of these under 21 stars do you think has the highest ceiling? Who? Assuming you're talking about what? Verts, Musiala, Yamal. Can I throw Pedri in there? Let me know if I'm missing anyone else out. Difficult one, man. Yamal or Musiala. If Verts improves in the next 12 to 18 months physically, it's a difficult one, man. It's a difficult one, man. I've given the man credit. What more do you want from me? Grealish should be there. He probably should have bought Rashford as a plan B. I've given the man credit. What do you want me to do? Musiala probably. Don't downplay. Obviously, Yamal's just come on the scene. And I think, again, on the topic of physically, you have to remember he's a 16-year-old lad, 17 even, if that. I think he's a star, man. Unai Simon. I mean, it's been a while since Croatia have had the ball here, haven't they? Respectfully, social J's, I don't think you're listed. I just think you're talking, You got two of these and one of these. Musiala gonna be someday. And yeah, man. It's one that you can't answer, man. Like, it's good questions. I think people downplay Pedri's potential. I just think where Pedri's concerned, with the way the modern game's going, like, it's just essentially about goals and assists. I don't know if Pedri's going to be someone that's going to ever get a high volume of that. Croatia playing themselves into problems. And just after picking up Pedri, the one player that you probably would have wanted it to fall to has lost it. England is crap. Why? Don's praising. We're coming home, Gov, with nothing. But they should leave England refs at their yard, man. Gosh. Yeah, Mal, it's too early to say. Fatty has made me cautious of them Barca youngsters. I can't lie to you. I see Fatty. He was just scoring goals. His IQ was nowhere near what you're seeing from Fatty. It is too early to make a concise opinion, but you've made the difference for Barcelona. You're starting the Euros. I'm sure you're actually their youngest player in the Euros at this moment in time. So there's going to be something. I did see what Ronaldinho said. I think he's the truth, man. And I must admit, watching Spain, I'm sad to see no Gavi, man. I only rate Pedri out of what you named, not sold by the others. Fatty was this, and now look. I mean, anyone who doesn't rate Yamal has to get their head sorted out. Anyone that doesn't rate Musiala reverts. Boy, I don't know for you, but football's about opinions. Kovacic. They're number 10. Croatia's number 10. You don't know, I can't pronounce his name, but once I put a tag, he was linked with Arsenal. Wasn't he at Rennes? I mean, not their number 10. Apologies. They're number 7. Their number 10 is Luka Modric. They got the same kind of hair, to be fair. Kramaric. How are you in the team? It's a good switch of play. Oh, the first touch let the Croatian lad down. Carvajal mops up. Seeing these young players breaking through into the starting 11 of these big teams makes me wonder why Arteta hasn't given the same opportunities. But to be fair, the players we're talking about, you don't find them all the time. And maybe Arteta just don't. It's not even a bad thing. Maybe he just don't think the young G's are good enough. I think Ethan will have nothing to worry about. Hopefully, if it was just based on ability and potential, I think you could be all right. I got high hopes for Dolman, but you're 14, 15. Let's allow it for a sec. Other than that, there's some good players. I like Koji Drewby. There's no guarantee you're going to make it. I don't think being compared to Bakayo Saka with these journalists who are not watching these players is helping anybody. I think the club could have made money off Waters. If I was Koji Drewby, I wouldn't sign a new deal for what it's worth. I hope he does as a fan point of view, but you need to go and play first team football. Croatia have lost the ball cheaply. Go on, Yamal. Show them. Yamal could be in here. Show them. Show them. Raji. What's that? It's cool. It's human. Keep going. 16. I got high hopes for him, man. High hopes for him, man. For €1 only, which manager you picking, Jose or Unai, to scumbag a win? I mean, big up Emre. It's gotta be Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho is the only manager I would have no criticisms about who he calls up. I'm exaggerating, but Jose Mourinho, he will do something like call up Calvin Phillips, Henderson, all of the guys that you don't want to see somehow win something. Jose, man. Surprised he's not been Portugal gaffer yet. And to be fair with you, with him being Fenerbahce gaffer now, when is that ever gonna come? I did think one day you might see Carlo Ancelotti, Jose, at a point Wenger, but that's gone. Manager at international level. I wouldn't even rule out Jurgen Klopp one day, even though the boat's probably gone for him. Funny you said that, DG, because yesterday I heard a YouTuber say they don't rate Musiala. I was in shock. I've never heard anyone proper football fan say that before. I mean, everyone's allowed opinions. I'm sure he's got his reasonings, but that's crazy, man. That shot was horrible, and it was horrible. But these left-footed players, like, they hate using their right peg, unless you're Santi Cazorla. Pedri's a baller. He's done nothing in the game, but Pedri's a baller. And to be fair, I think Arteta is just on this elite talents thing. If you're on the Ethan thing, or if you was like when Jack Wilshere broke through, or Bukayo Saka, I think you got nothing to worry about. I think you have to be like amazing. I don't think being good's enough. So of course there's circumstantial. You might get a chance. Eddie and Nelson have got some sort of opportunity. They weren't necessarily amazing. Smith Rowe the same, as much as I love him. Croatia down this right-hand side. That's not a free kick, ref. Since when could you not shoulder barge? Smash the like button if you haven't, people. Pardon me, DG, you seen the new Brighton manager? I've seen they've announced it, but in relation to an informed opinion, not going to sit here and act like I know Donny, boy. Like, you know me, I'm never going to catch you. Look, have to see. Jose should have lurked for international offers before taking the Fenerbahce job. If he had stayed free until after the Euros, I'd be begging him to run up the England job once Southgate skates. I hear that, but what if he wins something in Turkey? Like, elite gaffer won something in every country. Probably, to be fair, could have been scheming on the Portugal job. It'd be interesting to see who and if anyone gets sacked, depending on how they do in the Euros. Free kick here to Croatia, 17 minutes in. Luka Modric's over it. That's got to be scary, isn't it? Okay, this seems to be one from the training ground. It's delivered. It's poor because Morata's headed it out. Throwing for Croatia. I hate Jose. Hate's a strong word. I don't hate Jose. One of my favorite managers, really. I know I'm a big Wenger fan, and I would never mention that if I was ever lucky enough to meet Arsene Wenger. But I admire Jose so much, man. I like his arrogance, and of course he's arrogant. He's got every reason to be arrogant, to be fair. But that arrogance comes from people talking on his name. Charles, Cucurella starting for Spain. This is crazy. How's that scrub starting over Gilmando? Football's a funny old game of opinions, man. To be fair, Arteta, I agree. Peeps crying. Peeps, people want, and not just him. People want these managers to play all of these kids, buy elite players, play all of these kids, rotate, but have stability. You can't win. I mean it, not talking about his management. That's harsh in itself because we don't know him as a person. Williams, Cucurella. Is this the Williams you lot are gassing up? Rodri? Ruiz? It's over here with Carvajal. Go on, yeah, man. Rip him. Hey, you're going to do your thing. Don't worry. Bit harsh on Jose, though, man. Score predictions. I think I went 3-1 and then changed it, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna revert to what I said initially. I'm gonna go 2-1 Spain. Modric to score. I think someone else said that, so I'm gonna back that. I mean, so far so good for Croatia. Morata will lead the pressing. The thing is, Morata is so elite at everything apart from scoring. He's a likable striker apart from when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net. And he's done well. Like, he's never put, like, obviously he has, but for the last couple of years, he's just been at decent clubs. Probably shows what you can get away with as a modern striker. You don't necessarily have to be clinical. At Arsenal, we've come a long way, man. I remember when we was in with Morata aggressively. Another one that people probably forgot is at Chelsea. Musiala reverts. Musiala for me at the moment. Arteta just needs to learn when to rotate. What he did against West Ham in the Cup last season wasn't the run. You need balance, and he either goes all in or does nothing. I hear that. I loathe his public persona. Abramovich sacked him for saying, if you don't like it, you can sack me after Chelsea drew. I hear it. But I like that about Jose, man. I must admit, I like that about Jose. I'm not a fan of Musiala. I just see a guy that gets the ball, dribbles and runs forward. Very, very playground-like. Overall game, I'm unimpressed. He lacks an Ozil awareness as a cam. He didn't play cam yesterday. And I think them poetry and motion Mesut Ozils, they're 1 in a million. Croatia look good in the middle. Look at City and Liverpool youngsters. That's something generally we could learn at Arsenal. Selling people. Because obviously, I'm sure internally they would have loved to have kept Cole Palmer. But what, 40 million off him? I think that's something Arsenal could learn from the likes of Chelsea and actually City in particular in asset management. Because like not Liverpool, City and Chelsea, they're getting good money for their academy boys. And I think we could do again, I don't work at Haaland, so I can't really comment, but I think Arsenal could do a better job at tailoring a development path. One, giving the players a lot more experience and bringing through a lot more all-rounders, because I believe, anyways, at Arsenal, where we're concerned, we only really bring through these wingers and central midfield creative kind of guys and the occasional striker, where you look at City and Chelsea, like, it don't really matter if you're a defender, attacker, or what, you're bussing. Fair enough. Everyone can like or dislike him. He gives me the creep. Yeah, man, life would be boring if we all felt the same way. I mean, it's a stalemate at this moment in time. I think Social Jones is right with goals, but low level of goals. But you never know. Kovacic. I mean, for our enjoyment, it's probably best that Spain concede first, just because it might just open up this game for everyone and make it a lot more enjoyable. If you haven't smashed the like button, what are you doing, folks? And big up you lot on Twitch and Twitter. But hey, to be fair, after taking a lot of punches, Croatia have kind of grew in some confidence. That's a decent knock into the box, asking a lot, but a step in the right direction. Is headed well off target, but a step in the right direction. As I'm saying, after not having possession for large periods of the game, it looks like little bit by little bit, the Croatians are back where they started in terms of growing in confidence again. Exactly. They had Amari for 2 seconds and they're making peas, and Amari's laughing as well, because at the end of the day, people can sit there and say, oh, you didn't make it at Chelsea. So like, there was a development path, probably getting paid a lot at Chelsea, had a good season at Ipswich, and you could go back to Ipswich on loan, or you're being linked with Ajax and Anderlecht and decent teams. What would have been your fate at Arsenal? You might have ended up like Reece Nelson, who's been linked with moves away. Croatia always have these bookie target men up front. Still 0-0, people, with 22 minutes on the clock. Wonder who gets the first goals. You know what? Life's funny. Probably going to be Morata. I don't know for Nico Williams, man. You need to show me something. There we go. Nico Williams in possession. Show me something. It's a good... Oh, is that outside? Really, ref? That's poor from Williams. If Southgate goes, who would you bring in as the new manager? I don't have a clue, I don't have a clue, man. You might as well just tell Pep Guardiola, listen, forget this Man City stuff. Let's manage the nation. I don't know, man. You'd imagine Eddie Howe would be linked. Potter would be linked. Left field choice, but Wolves' Gary O'Neill could be linked. Did I say Eddie Howe? I'm not sure. Oof. I want World Cup madness. Big teams getting sent home. You're just here for carnage and drama. I hear it. Still nothing really to scream and shout about. It's just me, and I'm just going to be weird, but it feels weird watching Croatia and there's no Lovren. I don't know why. Swapping Southgate for Ten Hag would be the maddest win-win. Oh, you're talking about for Man United? I thought you meant for England. I hear it. Cucurella, aka Hugh Wizzy's hair getting in his way, and he's giving the ball away there. FA will only appoint a yes man at this point, probably. But the thing is, like, we could talk about candidates. You'd imagine Graham Potter, Eddie Howe, they'll be thrown into the ring. But Who'd be the number one? You never know. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't know who England's under 21 manager is. But didn't Gareth Southgate follow that progression? No Mandzukic, no Sana either. Wow, the Spanish defense has fallen off. I mean, when you can't call upon Puyol, Sergio Ramos, and people of that ilk, you'd say that. But to be fair, though, man, you still got Nacho and Carvajal. To be honest, they're approaching the end of their careers. Is this the Williams you lot? I'm shameless for making the video. Is this the Williams you lot are saying is the truth? I hear it. What's that? Stinks. I think Gary O'Neill, do you know what? I actually want to confirm he's actually English, but I actually think if he is English, he's one of the most, if not the most underrated English manager there is. I think he's doing great work. I don't know I don't think he'll turn down the biggest job in the country, but yeah. England been in the trenches, man. When it got given to Sam Allardyce, boy, Wenger for England. Now Wenger just stay doing up FIFA, man. Nico Williams, is this the guy? This is who you're telling me is the truth. I have no doubt he's got something to add to Arsenal, but 200 bags a week. I hear it, man. I hear it. I really do. I really do. Adeyemi's wavy, man. He just needs to prove. He just needs to improve that end product. Big Sam got caught with taking brown envelopes. To be fair, I think they set him up. You know, it's wrong what he did, but I think they set him up, man. I think they set him up. It's too coincidental. He had the job for a second. Yeah, Dean, I don't know why I've got an agenda because I like Nico Williams. Like I said, I just think people overrate him. That don't mean you're bad. It's just people move like you're the Messiah, like you're going to turn water to wine. Now, this is motivation. This is to make him score. If you're a winger and you got them fancy hairstyles, I need to see dirts. Bro, check your DM and pre who's in Malta. If it's not Shensi, let me get my phone. If it's not Shensi, I don't care. Not my problem. Is it footballers? Let me see. What's in Malta? Like, what is it? Like, I don't know. What's going on in Malta? Fair enough. To be fair, England waited too long, and now we've lost those elite manager options to replace Southgate. Tuchel should have been the one to replace realistically. But that's the thing, where the English coaches now, I think a lot of it is circumstantial because, you know, I'm not trying to be that guy, but there's, you know, foreign influx, and I don't think England have ever had a set way of playing in the same way the Spanish, the Germans, the Italians, all of these guys have. Where is the young? I'm sure there's out there, but like if you could probably list a number of decent German managers. You're scratching your head really for it. Like, I'm sure they're out there, but evident managerial candidates that are English. Eddie Howe, Graham Potter, they'll be thrown into the mix. I'm throwing Gary O'Neill into that. Other than that, I might be missing out 1-2 names, but who is there? Long ball forward for Croatia, come to nothing. Cucurella clears and deals with it. Rodri. Oh, Croatia, you could be in problems. Morata's in. And Morata has scored. It is 1-0 to the Spaniards. They've drawn first blood. Captain Morata has bagged. And he's done the L's up for the hitters, whatever that means. Boy, let me say Lampard. Boy. As you can hear me say, smash the like button, people. Croatia could be in problems. You could see it. You could see it from Cucurella cleared that ball. You could see it as soon as Rodri picked it up. Fabio Ruiz has cut them open. The centre back. So in fact, the whole back line is at 6s and 7s. It's actually great composure from Morata. How many times throughout watching Morata have we said that was great composure from Morata? Boy, it was today, and he's led by a captain's example, and they've drawn first blood. Croatia 1. Croatia 0, Spain 1. Apologies. So yeah, man. Mazzolini, Houdini at this moment in time. Morata is still too underrated. Come on. Come on. In what world is Morata underrated? Come on. We're just throwing around that word for decoration now, man. Underrated. I do think people move like he's crap. He's not. He's got elite movement, as you've seen. He's not. In many ways, he typifies the modern day forward. He's not clinical, but he does all the other stuff. But Underrated. Come on. Underrated for what? He plays for top clubs. Underrated. That's a hipster opinion, man. I can't lie to you. What is Morata underrated for? I can't lie to you. You don't remember when it was Lukaku versus Lacazette versus Morata debates? Striker market's poor. Some evil people, DG, had so much bitterness they waited years for revenge. Probably, man. They just didn't want him to be there. Kovacic, can they get... Croatia could be hitting back instantly. I'm sure Kovacic wishes he struck that bear. It probably should be 1-1. Hey, Morata, you know. Boy, Morata and Kai Havertz got on the score sheet. Word to Esther. It's the year of the underrated. Fabio Ruiz. Must admit, I used to rate him very highly. I don't anymore, in the sense of he's still a good midfielder. But yeah, man said Ryan Mason. This is why this country's finished. Like when Harry Redknapp was going to get the England job, someone had held on to evidence of corruption for decades, just waiting to F him over, released it just in time to get him dismissed. Evil eye is real, man. The Spaniards have taken the lead. To be fair, if you're Nacho or Calva, how you've won the champs, if you win the Euros, but it's been a great couple of months, really, for you. Morata reminds me of how good Giroud is for France. I hear the example, to be fair. Giroud better than him. Giroud's career is a movie. Do you know what I think people forget? Yeah, like half of it, Giroud's career from beginning to end is a movie. Giroud actually, he has great catalogue for goals. He's actually got a great catalogue for assists, you know. You look at the Wilshere goal against Norwich, the Ramsey goal against... All right, go on, Yamal, go on. A young demon in the making, just needs to sort his end product out. Look at him, look at him. The way you lot should be talking, the way you lot talk about Williams is the way you should be talking about the right winger. Fabio Ruiz, lovely quick turn. He said, it's 2-0. Ooh. Tranquilo. I'm just saying Spanish words for no reason. Ooh. Fabio Ruiz sent so much people for a bagel there. Ruiz, I just said I used to rate you and I don't rate you as much. Forgive me. You just reminded me. You got earpods on. That's why I shouldn't sleep on you. I was doubting my own talent idea. I apologize. Forgive me. Take a bow, son. Word to Andy Gray. Ooh, and that all came from the right-hand side, by the way. Hey, Modric. Uncle Modric, he done that to you. Oh. And that Kovacic, it's a bit harsh to say Kovacic missed, but it could prove costly even more now. Woo! That won't be in goal of the tournament. It won't look, it's one of them. The goal won't look attractive if you're just watching the highlights, but in the run of play and watching it, like he says, like a clip said there, nasty. Is it bold? There was no need to source like that. Ooh. And Croatia could be in here. Oh, it's fallen to... Oh, good save by Uno Simone. Boy, that's the difference. They've missed that. Boy. I did say I was looking forward to this game with the group stages the most. They need to show that goal again. There was no need for Ruiz to rip that. He done that to Modric. Boy. And obviously, this is not, you know, to be fair, if you're Croatia, you know, when you think about it, losing to Spain on the face of it, you don't want to, but it's not that bad. But this is arguably, you know, the European Championship group of death. You've got Italy, Spain, and Croatia. Big up Albania, because you never know, man. There's got to be an underdog story somewhere. I'm still standing on 4-2. Boy, you never know. Where's you lot's Nico Williams, you? Where's the Nico Williams, you? Uncle Modric shouldn't be starting. To be fair with you, he has to, man. Who else they got? To be fair, give them about 5 or so years. Croatia will come through the next generation. Big up my guy, Max. 2-0 is a dangerous lead, as we know it is. It is. Well, Michael Oliver, since when? Pedri, that's definitely going to hurt. Kovacic was tough there. Every time I see Kovacic tackling, I just think back to the Emirates game, Arsenal versus City. How the hell did you not get sent off for the fouls against Odegaard and Declan Rice? Sorry, Nico Williams. Let's see something. Go on, let's see. Dead. He's dead. It's dead. You got a corner. This is dead, man. This is dead. Nah, DG, but people treat Morata like he's Jackson. To be fair, I think Jackson will end up being a decent striker and disregard his form he's had for Spain with numerous years and at Atletico. They can't just lose the vision they saw of him when he was at Chelsea. To be fair, Chelsea's a graveyard for strikers. Aubameyang, Shevchenko, Torres. To be fair, Torres was falling off a cliff when he went from Liverpool. Higuain, I know you forgot he was there. Falcao, I know you forgot he was there. Morata, as someone said, and there's probably a bunch of other strikers. 10 minutes to go. Nico Williams takes the corner. Dead. Now I'm slandering. It was a good corner from him, really. It was a good corner. I'm acting. Lenormad, are you one of them like Laporte where you could have played for Spain? I mean, France. Yeah, you're one of them. You're one of them. I hear it. Huh. You've got a younger brother who's 23. He's not the truth, man. He's midfielder. I ain't heard about him. He's not the truth. It's over already. They got one uncle playing Saudi ball, Uncle Modric, and Kovacic is this squad's OG. That's too many uncles. They got to find some other brothers, man. To be fair, they got to give them time, man. I think, I'd love Jamaica to be like Croatia. Like what? Jamaica's got like 2 to 3 million people. These lot got 4 million people. Obviously, there's differences, but like they produce so many. Look at Pedri, Bola. Bring Yao Mao, please. Lovely turn from Pedri. Hey, Carvajal, Pedri, give it to Yao Mao, please. All right, cool. Pedri, you do your thing. Pedri, balling. Rodri, keep that Rodri. Yes, Yao Mao, let's go. Let's go. Cook him. What a pass. I'm gassing it. I'm a liar. Don't believe me. Yao Mao, what a vision. Where's you lost Nico Williams? He's not involved. I see free tax. He's not the truth, man. I have to give you a lot of entertainment. Look, go on, ask for it, Williams. Dead. It was a dead pass to him in truth. Cucurella. Oh, God. Shit, Cucurella's shameless. The cross was so bad, he's pretending he's injured. Shameless. Yeah, Nico Williams, boy, someone's going to get zanged. No, in a sense that Laporte could play for France. Hey. Oh, Fabian, what a finish that. Ay, to be fair, he's fortunate he's gone through the legs of a defender, but take nothing away from it. Like I said, when you're watching it in slow-mo, that's one of them goals that won't be done justice. It's not, there's no justice there. But that was sauce. Hey, DG, man, we know you don't want him. Who doesn't want Nico Williams? I'm just giving you entertainment, man. Who doesn't want Nico Williams? Just in case it gets up for him, I can say at least I've done a video. I think he's good, but I think it's just overrated, man. Nah, it's nothing to do with him. I don't think the population size has any correlation to how good a nation can be at football. I don't know why people say that. I hear you, but I'm saying it's admirable that a country so small has all of this quality of players. I hear you because, if population size was anything, I swear India got the most people, they'd be lit. So a lot of it is circumstantial. A lot of it is probably down to resources, the country's outlook on football and things of that ilk. But I mean, come on, bro. For a population of 4 million people and they always have a good team. Come on, you have to respect it. What a pass that was. Fabian Ruiz has a goal and assist. You definitely watched Kai Havertz yesterday. Morata has scored from open play. Boy. Brighton did a number, man. Cucurella for 50 odd. Scotland got no excuse. Fair enough, to be fair. Must just be one of those things. What we saying, Guardiola permanently left back now? I think he'll eventually play centre half, but he's played enough times for Croatia and currently City at left back. Multifunctional. Remember the last Euros? You remember when he was playing around with the water bottle and they conceded? Madman. I said earlier Michael Oliver was the ref. You didn't clock the fraud. Yeah, I've just deeped it, man. Zubamendi come to Arsenal, but Croatia would love Arsenal to look there. I mean, there's just some clubs some nations, like if just go to Croatia and just look at what Dynamo Zagreb have. Go to Serbia and just see what Partizan are doing over there. Obviously, work permits and all these things go against it, but there's just some clubs. If you just stand outside, you might find something. If America's population made them the best at football, I wouldn't have ever loved this sport. I think, you know, I can't speak, I'm not in America, but like football's not loved like that in America. And, you know, from, you know, a couple of the American, you lot that are here from America, it seems like football's expensive in England, but it seems like it's like a rich person's sport in America. Versus in England, it's a game for everyone, but like it's a poor man and woman sport. You just need a football and you got to play in the council estate, innit? Really. This is Nico pre-Arteta. I hear it. No, I like Williams, but I'm just saying fans are overdoing it. He's young, he's an impressionable. You could definitely get a trick out of him, but like people be doing the most. Like I don't see us signing Williams, and like obviously Arteta can do his thing, but I don't see us signing Williams and be like, oh my god, like we're stronger fighting City now. I didn't think that about Kai Havertz at the point of signing, and he did his thing fair enough. Funny, you know, Morata scored in the 29th minute, Ruiz scored in the 32nd. Blink and you miss it. Luka Modric. I must admit, this is the first time I've looked at Modric and said, yeah, you're getting a bit old now, isn't it? Croatia could be in here. Oh! It's a goal kick. That was how Croatia got back in. What I will say, VAR ain't a topic this many games in. Everything just running smooth. Unlike the Premier League, innit? To be fair, Croatia have literally had 2 half chances where if they put the ball in the back of the net, it's probably 2-2, but we can't do the coulda, woulda, shoulda. We can only do an absolutes, and the facts are Spain are 2 goals up. Yamal scoring at some point. You heard it here first. Don't forget, you know, the second goal came from the right-hand side. I ain't seen nothing going on over the left. Whoever plays on the left. Heard the winger on the left-hand side makes 200 grand a week. See how life's not fair. So if he's not benching Saka or Martinelli, what are we buying my man on 200 bags a week? Well, if he doesn't have the capacity, if you're not, Saka could hear that. If you're not benching Martinelli or Trossard, then not my problem. That's just not my problem. I'm just being silly. Yeah, football is not that popular here, and you have to pay mad bread if you're a kid trying to go into a program, and that's what's affecting it. It's weird though, because as I just said, I have to rate Croatia with a population of 4 million. But then you look at, like, obviously Russia have been in Euros before, but you look at Russia, China, India, population was everything. These countries would probably be dominating. No, it's because America want to be world champs in American sport. It's just culturally, isn't it? Like football has never been. It just happens, isn't it? Really, you look at Cuba, their thing is baseball. But it seems like American football, basketball, baseball, these things take precedent over football. Now, I must admit, yeah, as an ignorant Englishman looking at football in America, yeah, for a while, I actually used to think soccer, as they call it, it was seen as something that the girls play. If I'm honest with you, it seemed like that, or preschoolers. But America got some good talents coming through. Even England poached him. City actually signed him. What's his name, man? I can't remember his name, but he was playing for England's under-17s. He's technically at New York City, and I think they're in the syndicate of City. So he'll be playing for Man City one day. Cucurella's ball into the box. It was a terrible one. It almost fell to the path of Nico Williams. I think Nico Williams being very harsh on himself there. Like, he tried. I already said for left wing, if Rashford is available, try get it done. I like the illusion of Rashford, but I'm really just relying on Mikel Arteta's coaching there. And like, is his decision making really going to improve? Like, I know people could say Kai Havertz, but Kai Havertz is a way more intelligent and higher footballing IQ footballer than Rashford. I like the illusion, but I can't sit here and I wouldn't mind Rashford. I've done a video on it. I can't sit here and criticize Nico Williams and then be talking about Rashford at 26, even when Rashford has those high volume of goals. If you could make Rashford have a willingness to buy into the pressing and all of that jazz, then I think you've got a real player. Is his footballing IQ going to improve at what? How old is he now? 26? Thoughts on Eze? Sick footballer, man. But like you're looking at 60 odd million, and do they want to lose him and Elise in one window? I can't lie, it cracks me up when Rashi has a stinker and they call him MBE young boy. The you know what? As much as I hate football and social media, yeah, some of the slander names are absolutely brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Like they're seriously brilliant. I don't get how India and China are so woeful. Probably not a priority, but to be fair, I don't know about now. There was a stage where China were aggressively pushing kids domestically to do this football thing. I don't know about now, but there was a few years ago they sent a bunch of their young Chinese players to second division teams in Spain and coaches as well to learn football and all of that stuff. I don't know about now. Kovacic, bro, baller. How's he got out of that? How has Kovacic evaded all of those Spanish shirts? There's 2 minutes of added on play. Can Croatia at least get one and make this an interesting second half? Well, not if you're going to cross the ball like that. Luka Modric. Oi, uncle, let's show them. Hit it. Kovacic, hit it. DG settings. Only certain man can do them things. Yeah, but, scoring, Rashford goes through high and low periods. You've got to be able to affect the game without that. Even when he does score, it's media. I like Rashford, but when you consider the wages and whatnot, it don't really make sense for us. No, I wouldn't be against it. I've lost my money already. I thought this game was going to be a draw. Can't believe it. I don't know what... I mean, technically, you never know. Football could happen, but why would you think this would be a draw? That's why you got to gamble responsibly, man. I wasn't saying there was no chance William couldn't bench next, man, but it's like if we were to sign Elise, their quality except holding bench and fight your way into the team. I'd rather Elise, if I'm honest. Go on, Nico Williams. I've always believed in you. Show me something. Williams, see, Meaty. And Croatia is quite poor to give away a corner there. This your shooter? I don't even know why I'm agendering him and slandering him, I don't know. We just picked a target for a game and we're running with it. He ain't even done nothing to me. I mean, if Spain get a third, right, grey hairs from Carvajal, he's getting on a bit. Nico Williams, Ruiz, Yamal showed them the truth. What a ball. The truth. It's different. It's different, man. Carvajal has scored. It's different. That's a winger, not the you on the left-hand side. It's a wing. Hey. What a set piece. Arteta be proud of that. Hey, fullback union. Go on, Carvajal. Right backs, fullbacks were the most important in football. Game, set, match. Croatia passed. The pad is all done. It's done. It's over. Spain ain't had to be amazing to do this. What a ball from young Yamal. Carvajal's probably thinking it's a shame that you're at Barcelona, It's a lovely set piece routine. It's a fucking amazing ball from Yamal. And it's a good finish. You can't, I don't want to hear shouts for offside. It's never offside. That's terrible from a Croatian perspective, There's 3 white shirts. How has he got there? And look at the keeper. He's like, what are you lot doing? One of the smallest players on the pitch. Slight exaggeration. He just looks it on TV. Hey, Spain 3, Croatia 0. I must admit, I didn't think it'd be like this. I don't even think Spanish kits are dirty. Carvajal, Morata, and Fabian Ruiz with the finishes. And that's half time, folks. It's different. Pardon me. It's different. I must admit, I thought Croatia put up a bit more of a fight than this. Like, what's this about? Like, it's peak, man. Boy, I must admit, though, it's more enjoyable watching Spain now than watching them when they were playing Ojarabal and Sarabia and all these guys. Boy. Well, that's half time. Spain are 3 goals up. Game done. What were these lots showing me these past years? Spain and Germany comeback season. It's, boy, I mean, you can't draw conclusions on one game, but Germans look good, even though respectfully to Scotland, Spanish look like they're back. Gonna see the Italian. I must admit, Italy, Albania. I don't think it's gonna be a quality game. Like I said, another violation inbound. I can't lie. I don't think you can pin this on Modric, man. And to be honest with you, I don't know who Croatia bring off the bench, but it's 3-0. Surely the gaffer's got to make subs. Who they got on the bench that can change things? Hey, they got my guy, Martin Barino. He's actually a baller, 21 years of age. But you're not ready for this stage yet. You're not ready. You're not making no difference. Perisic. Oh, it's not looking good, broskies. I must admit, I don't know all these players on the bench from Croatia, but hey, big up Vida. How have you made the squad still? At 35, how are you here? I'll never forget when Arsenal were linked with him. Some fans tried to gaslight me into believing he's good. And to be honest, if you're Spain, you might as well bring on Jose Perez. How are you? How are you in the squad? Pick you up, man. Might as well bring people. I want to see Daliamo. To be honest, Ferran Torres could bag today if he wants it. People, come on. We're not smashing the light, but what's going on? 13 goals in 3 games. This tournament ain't letting us down. I think there's going to be a normalization. I think the next game we're going to watch, which is going to be Italy, Albania, I don't think that's going to be entertaining. But in theory, it might be. Because for some reason, it just feels like that's... I don't know why I believe this. That just feels like that's going to be a feisty encounter for no reason. I was going to say I'd favor Croatia defensively, but wow, Spain have shattered them. Boy, it's funny thing about... That's the funniest thing about football. We can have our opinions going into the game, and football will always show us why it's a nonsense. Absolute nonsense. But I don't know what to say, man. Like, I must admit, like, even people that expected Spain to do their thing probably didn't expect it to be this one-sided. I don't want to draw conclusions on Croatia, but is it fair to say so far of the games we've seen, which we've only seen, what, 3 games at this moment in time in the Euros, is it fair to say these lot are the biggest disappointment? Kuka been good lately, I can't lie. He's surviving. He's surviving. For someone that gets a lot of slander, he ain't really been tested. He's doing all right. He's doing okay, man. And we got to remember, to a degree, for all these countries, it's tournament football. So the players you see start the tournament might not be the ones that play when it gets a bit serious. Like, you look at, as much as I rate William Saliba, you're not, at this moment in time, you're not first choice where the centre-back pairings for France are concerned. And when you read certain reports coming out of France, allegedly, you know, you look at someone like Austria, you have to win the first game and start the tournament well, and you can't underrate anyone. But it seems like Didier Deschamps might experiment with 1-2 people. You know, Rabiot allegedly might get an opportunity. Boy, must admit, I expected a bit more, but it's all good. Apparently, Aston Villa have inquired about Onana as well. To be fair, that's a lit signing for them. But can they afford that? Aston Villa have inquired about Ian Matson as well. Villa, to be fair, they're in the Champions League, so they need to be grabbing some of these players. Once again, Reece Nelson's informed Arsenal he wants to assess his options. Safe. Boy, I'm feeling a bit sad for Croatia. Saliba is France's best defender. I believe so. But then there's all, like, you got partnerships and you got politics. And for Saliba as well, as much as Saliba's been good, he's still learning at this level, this higher level. You know, the Champions League against Bayern was the first time, for as good as Saliba's been, where he's looked like a young defender. And then obviously you're going to have to, you know, you got to be a bit, like, you got to look at someone like Van Dijk. Obviously, football's about partnerships. Some partners get the best out of everyone. But generally, Van Dijk, whoever he's with, there's a certain level. They're the question marks. I don't lead them necessarily, but they're the question marks Saliba's got to answer. I can't lie. The Morata goal was even good as well. Morata didn't even want to pass it to Nico Williams. He don't rate him. Agendas. You know you're doing terrible when Morata scored from open play, isn't it? Crazy. 3-0. The Italians probably laughing. You know, if you're Italy, you think, yeah, beyond the obvious. If we can beat Albania, we're off to a great start in this tournament. Shout out Ian Wright with the flowery shirt. That's a wavy shirt. DG, I don't know about Nico Williams, man. Might be very physically gifted, but too raw. He's raw, man. I think there's enough. Listen, banter aside, I think there's something to work with Nico Williams. I think if he can improve his decision making, I think he needs more variety in his play as well. Like sometimes he needs to just stop standing out wide and come central on a bit more of a prolonged basis. I think there's a lot to like about him. And to be fair, in the build-up to Ruiz's goal, I think he's a bit unfortunate not to have got the ball. But again, my man Yanmao, Pedri, the savages. Ruiz, man, there's no need to. It's so poor from a Croatian point of view to let Ruiz do what he did. But from a Spanish point of view, Fabry and Ruiz, take a bow. Yeah, you deserve that. Morata's right. Clap his head. He deserves that. And then the third goal, which Nico Williams has some sort of involvement, and Yamal. You know, come on, man. It's different. It's different. What is that? Is that technically 2 assists for Yamal? It's different. He's the truth, man. Good finish from Carvajal as well. Where do you see Rice's best position? And based on that, what the midfielder do you want us to get? I think we're still going to continue the development of him in that left 8 naturally until we're able to have a conversation where he say he's as amazing as an 8, as a 6, and as a 6. Then your best is your 6, innit? You prior to joining Arsenal, you played over 200 games as a 6. Like Rice is a 6 by trade. Hey, why does Gary Neville look like a Sid in playing close? Why do you look so uncomfortable next to Ian Wright and Roy Keane? But he's fun at parties and at the pub. But yeah, man, do you know what? Statistically, I mean, let's see what we can learn beyond the obvious. And to be fair with you, it's mad because Croatia could have scored 2 goals. They had 2 half chances. Croatia have actually had 7 shots, 2 on target. But it's what you do with the ball. It's not about that. You know, for Spain's 3 goals, they've had 4 on target. So 4 shots on target, 3 goals out of 6 shots in total. They're laughing. Passes, Croatia have actually played more, 275. Spain have played 209. But how many of a better statistic, which I ain't got available, how many have gone forward and backwards? Croatia have had no corners. Spain have had 2, which they made 1 count. And this is the first game in Group B. Spain obviously are going to top the table. We've got Albania versus Italy next. I don't want Modric to go out like this, man. Pardon me. Lamine Yamal is the youngest ever player to record an assist at the Euros. What's Williams doing? Let me stop being childish, man. You're asking a lot for Modric, man. Big up DG. Spain is lucky Croatia is not taking their chance. I heard we are close to signing Onana. Are the rumors true or BS? I don't think they're true, but generally, I haven't seen Ornstein and all these guys that are the more credible say anything. The furthest it goes is Arsenal appreciate him. But until people are holding scarves and shirts, I always say we can talk about it, but it's not realistic. Essentially. I'm still in shock that Croatia are getting sauced like this. I must admit, football's a funny old game, but I thought they'd put up more of a fight than theirs. Come on. What a player Yamal is, man. I'm definitely starting a new Football Manager save and signing you for no reason. But as much as I've liked what I've seen from the Germans, from the Spanish, from the Germans, from the Spanish, no doubt when we see the French, I don't want to draw too many conclusions on the first game of the Euros. Because Scotland didn't offer nothing. And to be honest, we can praise these teams because it's like the opposition not doing anything. That's their business, essentially, people. But Scotland didn't offer nothing. Croatia are moving mad at this moment in time in a negative sense. So, yeah. Raj, Xhaka got man of the match for Switzerland. Arsenal, we're living. We're living. Apparently, Croatia have had a loss of possession on 4 different occasions in the first 12 minutes of the game. So the Spanish press, something that you see with Pep and Arteta, boy, it's ferocious. Absolutely ferocious. Boy. Like somebody in the chat said, we haven't been disappointed where goals are concerned. Could have been 3-3 if Croatia took their chances. It could have, would have, should have, but it ain't, man. Unfortunately, tournament football, you got to take your chance. People saying Croatia is old, but the midfield played well most of the half. It was their defense, average age of 24, that broke down. Do you think Arsenal will sign a striker this summer or stick with Havertz? I think we're going to stick with Havertz because I don't feel, well, you never know, but I don't feel the club feel there's either a market opportunity or value for money. And I think, I think if Havertz didn't, which I'm happy he did, but if Havertz didn't score the goals and have the great 2024 that he did at this moment in time, I think the club would have more forced the issue, but I think we're a bit relaxed with that. I'm not saying Ethan is near Yamal's level, but based on what I hear and the small sample I've seen, I want him to be involved. I want him to do stuff. Xhaka got man of the match for Switzerland according to fantasy football that warrants 2 points. Fair enough. The game's the game. I must admit, who would I give him the man of the match to in the Switzerland game? I don't know, man. I think Xhaka played well. Probably, fair enough. Arsenal agenda, fair enough. Go on then. But it's weird because sometimes I don't actually feel there's a man of the match. Like sometimes the whole team's been playing well, or like there's just been no outstanding kind of candidate, if that makes sense. Apparently, Carvajal has 7 goals and 7 assists for club and country this season. I don't know. Just the thing I just saw online, it doesn't break down Real Madrid versus Spain, but yeah. Well, what a player Yamal is. And shout out to Morata, leading by captain's example as well, man. Boy. Been a good start to the Euros. But I'm gonna, tomorrow is the day, man. Saka, you see what people are doing? I need you to score. I need you to score tomorrow, broski. If Havertz does well this Euros, knowing Arsenal, they will not buy a striker and buy a winger. I think City will win the league again this season. Probably. Like Pep's probably going to leave, I'm sure. Pep's a bit boring in that, like, how much statistics does he want to break? Like, he's bullied the league, isn't it? He's bullied it. He's confirmed he's the guy. But it seems like he might, and I hope to God he doesn't. It seems like he won't sign a new deal at City. Why would you not want to go out with a fifth? Hey, Pep's a shit friend as well, man. I thought Arteta was your boy. Like, you could have let him control one of these league titles, man. In hindsight, you should have let us win it not the season that just gone, last year before that. Sorry, people, I'm just stretching. You lot will never have an appreciation of the physical pain I go through for you lot. I must admit, I went 5-a-side on Thursday and I'm still feeling the effects. I woke up in the middle of the night with a cramp. Anyone that's been there knows the pain. Why is my TV going on standby as well? What do you mean? I've got my TV on mute for obvious reasons, and I just know Gary Neville's chatting shit. I don't know why, but Gary Neville's one of them people. He can tell me that you need oxygen to breathe, and I'll be just arguing with him. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's just something about Gary Neville. Like, I respect Roy Keane. I know he's not fond of Arsenal, but I'd listen to him. And I obviously respect Gary Neville. Maybe it's because I'm disappointed in Gary Neville, because I think when he started doing this this commentary thing, I think he started well. And then I just feel he's turned into like a Piers Morgan. He just wants to say things for saying things' sake. And you could just tell that he plays his position, because when he was around Vieira, when he's around Ian Wright, when he's around Roy Keane, when he's around Alan Shearer, he steps correct. I like him though, man. Shout me, Gary, man. Shout me. Come on the channel, man. We need them views, man. That's how we get to 70k. Is it just me, or has Modric lost weight? It's a mazza. Second half soon begin, folks. I'm just finishing off these stretches and I'll sit right back down. Don't forget, the day has been flying. It's been amazing being here with you lot. It's Italy versus Albania next, folks. Our third and final game. I must admit, tomorrow, I'm not going to lie, we're going to watch 2 of the 3. I think respectfully, I ain't trying to watch Slovenia versus Denmark, man. I'm getting Jim. I can't cap. Perisic is coming on. There had to be a change. Hey, Tottenham bought him for no reason. Yeah, Perisic, you're not looking serious. You're coming on as a sub. But why are you going? What are you going to grab from the bench? You're not serious. They shouldn't sub him on. Second half soon begin. I guess for Croatia, it's about making the scoreline look a bit more respectable. City are not winning anything next season. That's a bold statement for Man City, you know. Bold statement. Bold statement. Very bold statement. I hope you're right, but only if Arsenal win stuff. If Arsenal are not going to win the Prem or the FA Cup or definitely not the Champs, I'd rather City win it than any other English team, really, because I know Liverpool fans, I know United fans, I know Chelsea fans, I don't know the City fans. Gary, Ian, and Roy is a good trio for punditry. So listen, when Gary Neville isn't, I like Gary Neville when he's not in this United bag. When he talks about United, he's too biased. And as humans, we all have a bias, but you have a job to remain impartial. Like you can actually hear, like when Arsenal, I watched the game again, Arsenal at the Emirates. You could hear his heart bleeding. Like he's just a sour guy, mad sour. Saka winning pen in the Euros. I'll never ask for anything again. Someone check Yalma's passport. This kid is too good to be 16. It's not a Lukaku thing, man. He's definitely his age. What's good, DG? Is Nico the guy for Arsenal to play on the left and push Saka? I think he'd be a good option for Arsenal, but pardon me, there's a lot that this young man has to improve on. I think he's a good player, man. And so is Rodri. Rodri's gone under the radar. Rodri's been perfect. And that's one thing I rate about City. Yes, they went and bought Jack Grealish and 100 million and stuff. But when you look at the bulk of their signings that have proven key additions, yeah, at the time of them buying them, they've probably been attainable for everyone. Like, it sounds mad to say, but like there was a time anyone could have bought Kevin De Bruyne when he was in Germany. Rodri was there in Spain. And there's plenty of others. Ake was there at Bournemouth. Ake would be perfect in an Arteta system, by the way. Yao Mao. Hey, come on, Yao Mao, man. Come on. You're showing your age. Silly flicks. Big up Bumpy in the cut. Havertz is very effective. I think Nagelsmann plays him because of his movement and physicality. Havertz is an intelligent footballer. In many ways, he's very similar to Morata in the sense of, obviously the form, Havertz is scoring goals for fun now, but they haven't got strong catalogue for goals, but they're intelligent at the others. Morata, Cucurella, Fabio Ruiz. For first time Fabio Ruiz has lost it. Good interception by the Croatian lad. Oh, 1 second, folks. I'm still here. It's, again, English weather is inconsistent. I need to close my window unless I want it to get wet. Horrible day. Horrible day in the United Kingdom. And that's why I'd rather spend it with you not watching football. We've watched a number of tournaments together, innit? We've watched the under-17s Euros. We've definitely watched 2 different European Euros. We might have watched 2 World Cups, but I definitely won. Big up you lot, man. The years have been flying by. How long have I been on YouTube? I don't know. I actually don't know. I actually don't have a clue for you lot. I don't have a clue. What I can do is look. I want to say 2016. How did you lot even find out about my channel, man? I always find that funny. View my channel. When did we start? How do you even look? 2016, September the 12th, 2016. Hey, we've been on YouTube for a time. We've been here for a time, people. Still 3-0 to the Spanish. Right now, Carvajal's on the floor receiving treatment. I mean, Croatia should take inspiration from Tottenham, innit? Like Arsenal went 3-0 up in the first half in the North London derby. Still won the game though, but there's a bit more respect on it. Oh, the rain is peeing down. Top goal scorer for England. Harry Kane, innit? Easy banker. You never know. Naturally, Harry Kane, innit? Nico Williams. You're not Yamal, bro. I like the fact that you tried a bit of skill there. I like him. He's very likable. There's a player there. There is a player there. This Spanish press is scary, you know. This Spanish press is scary, people. I'm not going to lie to you, lot. It's very scary. See if your body positioning isn't well in the Croatian team and you're not scanning your left and right, so you will lose possession just there. And Rodri was fouled. Hey, Rodri's acting. You were kicked. Hey, Rodri's done about 20 roly-polies there. Crazy. I mean, you were fouled, bro, but like you're gonna hurt yourself more. It's WWE stuff. Rumors say Rodri's still rolling on the floor. I like Rodri. You're a bit of a see you next Tuesday. You talk too much, but you got every right to do chattings. I wouldn't want to hurt you, but you are. I mean, wouldn't be able to get near you, but you are a footballer that, if I was a professional footballer and I was playing against you, a firm but fair tackle is required. Them tackles that my old coach would say, let them know you're there. Modric has found a teammate. Oh, that's a poor touch. Kramaric, he's done well. Guardiola goes for the shot. It's blocked. But I'll never like Gary. He's a rat-faced, two-faced twat outside of United. He failed at everything else. Crazy. You got recommended to man on YouTube because you're from there. Appreciate that. I think I looked up the channel after a compilation of YouTubers reacting to losses last season. Not even an Arsenal fan, but I like your rational, mostly fan content. Hey, the shade in the brackets, but appreciate that, Joe, man. It's bucking it down, DG. It is, man. I feel it for anyone who's outside. Well, to be fair, I know some of my friends went to a day party today. Some of my friends are in LA. Some of them are in Jamaica. Some of them are in Malta. And I'm here with you lot, you know. The commitment. Smash the like button if you haven't. Been off YouTube for a bit due to bereavement. It's good to see you still winning, DG. Definitely not winning yet, Charlie, man. Not winning, but trying, man. First things first, man. Unfortunately, it's a shame to hear that you've got bereavements. Thoughts with you and your family and your loved ones. It's really crap to hear that, man. Like, because you said that now, obviously, you've seen the Millwall keeper lose their life. And unfortunately, you know, we've all seen the news with Kevin Campbell. It's a shame, man. It's actually quite upsetting. When does summer actually start in the UK? I feel for you, man, sometimes. I actually don't know. I'd say June, you know. I'd say June. Surely it technically starts in June. But I don't think we're seeing summer. I don't think we're seeing summer. But England's weird, man. We're weird. It will be mad hot in January for no reason. And now it's time for summer. It's not here. I don't mind it from a selfish YouTube point of view because there's definitely been some times I'm streaming and it's boiling. Spain could be about to get a fourth. Ref, play on. Michael Oliver, play on. Pedri, pass the ball. Pedri. Yeah, man, we're gone. What a save. It's about to be 4. And the agendas were going. I mean, great save by the Croatian goalie. If I'm Spanish, it should be 4. It should be 4. I don't know what's going on with Croatia, but you're at 6s and 7s defensively. All over the place. All over the place. And that's reflected in the scoreline. And I mean, it's stuff like, I'm being harsh on Yao Mao, but it's stuff like that where obviously you have to be harsh to get to the next level. He does, for all his quality, he's shown he's got, you know, the abilities to be anything he wants. But there's a couple of moments you can see that he's a 16-year-old, which is good, man, because I think in today's day and age, people like to build these players up and then, oh my God, how have you given away a corner? Brozovic. I hope for your sake you don't, because Croatia, I don't know what's going on. Croatia, I don't know what's going on. It'll be hot in September for no reason. Been out under 12 tournament all afternoon and it was a wet one. There you have it, man. Hope you lot won. Hope it was worth it. To be fair, though, I must admit, playing like, oh, well, you lot can't see, but it's chucking it down in England. I like playing football like that. It should be free. Yamal again purring. It's lovely playing football in rain like this. When you slide, you know, when you slide, oh, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I'd rather play in the rain than the heat. Football in serious hot weather is not the one. It's not the one. It's not the one. Oh, Carvajal is just absolute from a set piece, just pulled someone down. How'd you get away with that one? I mean, he's experienced, didn't he? He played for Madrid. You have to learn them things. Lenormand pumps it forward. Morata, get your body there. Ooh, Morata. Be careful, bro. All right. Good thing nobody got hurt there. There was no malice in there, but that could have went left. Morata is good. Top blue. He's good. He's just not a prolific finisher. He can do all the other things. There must be money laundering, but there's a reason that you look at his CV. He's only... Obviously, he was at Getafe and them kind of clubs. I think he came through Real Madrid's academy. But since he's established himself as a professional, there's a reason that, you play for Spain, like you're always called up, and you've been at what, Juventus, Atletico Madrid. Obviously, I don't want to praise them, but Chelsea, you've only been at lit clubs. Kovacic, bombing forward. All right, come on, man. At least mash up Spain's clean sheet. Guardiola down this left-hand side. Back to Kovacic. All right, you have to finish. You have to finish, bro. All right, Cucurella, take a bow. Take a bow. It's pandemonium in the box. Cucurella was some superb defending. You don't say that too many times, and he definitely didn't do that at the Emirates when he played against Arsenal. Cucurella, man like Hugh Wizzy. Oh, I hate when keepers touch players. Unai Simon touching Cucurella's hair in his head after you've probably been spitting in them goalie gloves. Ugh. Cucurella, first bit of defending the Spaniards have had to do. You'd imagine Unai Simon would have had that covered, but only God knows how that hasn't gone in. I think he's, to be honest, I think that's hit Cucurella's ball bags, pause, but it don't matter. Anywhere will do. To be fair, Spain hasn't had a striker better than Morata since David Villa. Unfortunately for them, maybe Aspas. I'd rather Morata over Aspas. Really, I guess Aspas is probably more likely to score more goals, and I'm being a bit ignorant, but I can only see the Liverpool one. Nico Williams, 10 minutes into this second half, Spain are still 3 goals up. It should probably be 4-1 now. Both teams should have probably had a goal early into this second half. Lamine Yamal goes backwards to Carvajal. I mean, one thing you got to admire about the Spanish way of playing, they're always going to stick to the script. Yamal's got the ball. Guardiola's probably going to get... Oh, Guardiola. Boy, you letting a 16-year-old do that? Come on, Yamal. The truth. Get your head up. Please, look up. Brilliant. Nico Williams. Let's see what you got. He's done well, actually. I was about to diss him. Fabian Ruiz gets a free kick. Cut your hair, mate. DG, you're out here doing your thing, streaming what you love. That's winning. Could be at a desk job, losing your mind for something you hate. You might have to go back to that, mate. Appreciate that, though. Can Yamal get to Saka's level? He'll be better than him. He'll be better than Saka's ever been, in my opinion. And that's no slight on Saka. In terms of it all, Yamal has played way too much football. Has he really, though? I think, obviously, that does raise in question, but has he really? I do think, they're going to have to guide him physically, of course. You got to remember, this is a young man still going through puberty. He's still dealing with the physical demands of what football is going to throw to him. You are right. But, I mean, if you're that good, you're going to get that football, innit? Come on, people. 68 likes. Can we do better? You lot have been poor with the likes during the Euros, Not going to lie. Yamal and Nico Williams over this. Come on, bro. Why are you going to try smacking a free kick from there? Like I said, there are occasions he shows he's 16 years of age. But I like the confidence to be doing that at the Euros. Cucurella. Yeah. Gaffer. Williams. Croatia attacking down this right-hand side. Spain's left. Curse to the commentator. Go on, Williams. I always believed in you. Williams down this left-hand side. Nico Williams. Does well, actually. Fabian Ruiz. Pass was probably too easy to read, and the Croatians have picked the Spanish pockets here. So on this left-hand side, I must admit, I wouldn't do it, but could Luka Modric come off? And I wouldn't do it, but I haven't seen Modric too many times today, and it kills me to say that. Croatia down this right-hand side. Luka Modric tries to play a give and go. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's a poor pass from Luka Modric. Surely that's a foul, ref. And it is a foul. True that. He did. And they shouldn't run him into the guy. You're fully right. You are fully right. You are fully right. You are right with that. All right, Danny Almo. Please, Nico Williams. You see, the manager's definitely listening to the live stream. The serious ones are coming on. He's been linked with PSG, Manchester City, and someone else. That's not Arsenal. Bring him. This is the one. Do you know what? It's probably for Yalmao, to be honest with you. Pedri? Well, to be fair, Almo can play. Pedri, you're the truth. We got to just ease you back into this. I just wish Gavi was available for selection, man. Half an hour left, people. Excluded, added on time. It's been a better second half from the Croatians, but fundamentally, there ain't nothing to scream and shout about from them. Guardiola. And I mean, it's easier said than done, but Croatia, above everything else and away from the obvious, they just can't defeat this Spanish press. They just can't get out. It's a pack of hyenas. Even Modric on occasion struggled. That just shows you like everything. And I mean, we've seen the Germans play, the Spanish play. We're going to see the Italians. The Dutch are to play. The French are probably the favourites. Yeah, England. We're not doing nothing serious, man. Kramaric, why are you not in the box? That's a decent knock, really. Carvajal gives that back to Unai Simon. Why are you not in the box? In fact, that's probably a sign of a frustrated striker, to be fair. Unopposed. Great composure from Carvajal as well. And I couldn't see it, but I guess good communication from the back line in Spain. Rodri. He's been so good today. People won't talk about it. Apologies, folks, but he's been so good. Fabian Ruiz, another one. Cucurella goal, man. This is the first time I'm not going to dish you, but when you're back in the blue shirt, I'm on to you. Nico Williams. He's not going to pass you the ball if you make the run late, mate. Boy. Don't forget, we're watching Italy against Albania next. I must admit, early prediction in that game, I think 1-0 Italy. I think the level of football is going to be on the floor. I think it's going to be crap. But we're going to watch it regardless. Carvajal. And let me actually, what fixtures have we got to come as well? Not today, obviously. Tomorrow, watching Poland's Netherlands, and we're definitely watching Serbia against England. Monday, I mean, Belgium, Slovakia doesn't appeal to me, if I'm honest. Romania, Ukraine could be done. Austria, France, I don't know. We'll definitely watch Portugal, Czech versus Czechoslovakia. Croatia, Albania. Germany, Hungary, I guess. Scotland, Switzerland. Ooh, Thursday, Spain, Italy. Ooh, and Denmark, England. Some good games. It's funny how quick this all moves, isn't it? And then give it just over, let's say 10 days, then you start getting into the round of 16 and the serious business of the competition, essentially. It's crazy, isn't it? Spalletti plays attacking football. Someone sub Williams off so the slander can be placed on hold at the very least. I ain't slandering him. Kovacic. I wanted him at Arsenal. Oh, that's a ball. Cucurella's defending's been spot on. Where is this Cucurella for Chelsea? Sorry, Chelsea. DG overworking and that sleepers knocking. Hey, man. We're trying to get to 70k subs, man. Then I feel like I finally accomplished something. Kramaric. Why do you keep pulling out to the channel? Well, to be fair, I am saying that, but I get it. I understand it. You're not being provided with service. You watching Copper as well? I will try to watch Copper America. I can't lie. I don't. Maybe for the final. I don't think we can do watch-alongs, man. It's on at stupid o'clock. The only time I'm willing to go through stupid o'clock is Arsenal in pre-season, which I am not looking forward to. You've got games on that. To be fair, it's not going on at this. Well, it will interlap with the Euros, but it doesn't start for a minute. You got, UK time, you got 1 a.m. kickoffs. I mean, if there's Spain, I said Spain, Argentina, Brazil, and things of that ilk, I guess we'll be there. Listen, I'll be watching Jamaica, but Jamaica, don't make me stay up till 2 to watch this at 2 a.m. and you get finessed by Mexico. Who we got? We got Mexico. We're beating Ecuador 100%. We're getting 2 wins. Venezuela and Ecuador is peak for you lot. Mexico, you might get slapped. You might. Sleep schedule ain't worth sacrificing for that. They've already suspended bets for Italy, Albania. For real? Well, I wonder why that is. Italy 2, Albania 1, but as you say, might be a dead game. Morata looks like he's coming off, saving the legs. Wow, Rodri's... Oh, well, to be fair, I don't know. I'm shocked. Rodri getting the captain ban. Has Morata got a knock or is it a tactical decision? I'm not sure. It's moving like an injury, you know. 2 substitutions due for the creations as well, folks. Modric. Kovacic. To be fair, you lose a 3-0. You can't really say anything, but I thought Kovacic was at least one of those who was trying something. Palasic and Sukic arriving for Croatia. I mean, it's all good if Croatia go and win their next 2 games, innit? Or at least get 4 to 6 points. Oyarzabal coming on for Spain. He's a baller, but it's not really the winger I want to see. Please. It's probably going to be for young Yamal. Why can't we just sign Yamal if only it was that easy? You saw the Bailey drama, of course. Like, Jamaican FA is not serious. It's the same problem that you see differently, but the same with Ghana and half of these nations, man. It's just people being foolish. I hate to use the term third world nations, but this is an issue they're all facing. Or Albania when he's playing for Gabon and they're sleeping on the floor in the airport. It's not serious. Perisic. Oh, Daniel just nutmeg Guardiola for no reason. The pass wasn't good enough. Bit harsh to call Kovacic an uncle. Like, he's still got a number of years, really. How old is Kovacic? You can't be that old. He must be in his mid to late 20s. Mid's an exaggeration, late 20s. Boy. Apparently, Jonathan Tah only wants to sign for Bayern Munich this summer. If Bayern and Leverkusen can't agree a fee, he'll leave for free in 2025. Fair enough. Fair enough, lad. Right, this is Carvajal's first Euros in his career. Oh, yeah, he did have 2. Coincidentally, he's had 2 injuries. Morata's off. You've had a good game today, lad. You deserve your finish. I don't know if this is... I think it's an injury, man, because it's like he's tried to play on. All right, certain man's winger targets coming off as well. Ugh, Williams. Fair enough. Man. I still have him at Arsenal, but he like tried to make out he's cold. Not cold. But I will give him that, though. He has indirectly helped Spain because he's I personally think with Yamal and Inaki Williams, they allowed the rest of the Spanish team to just play the typical Spanish way because people kind of respect them because they're like throwback wingers or like they're traditional kind of wingers. You know, a lot of these Spanish players, they want to come short versus running at people. Of course, you've got players who can, and then players can as well. But you get the point I'm making. You seen Osman live, DG? Yep. Are you talking about where he's criticizing people criticizing him? I'm even mad. But to be fair, I like that because footballers obviously you have to take criticism. But if you feel something is wrong, you should be allowed to have an opinion. Takes me back to when fans that were swearing at Granit Xhaka are surprised he's swearing back. Like predictions for Italy, apparently they do not have firepower up front. I have them winning 2-0 though. 1-0 Italy against Albania, if I'm honest, for me. We've got 20 minutes left on the clock, folks. I reckon we'll get a marquee signing at some point, but I trust Arteta/Edu to get the right one. Would love Isaac and Fofana, though. Would love it, but where is it coming from? Like, probably not going to sign a striker. That's a marquee. There could be a winger, and you don't have to be a marquee to improve us. I'm not suggesting otherwise, but who would be the marquee winger in theory? So then that just leaves central midfield. I'd love Ferguson from Brighton if we can't get the other targets we've been linked to. But again, Brighton have him under contract for a massive amount of time. And, Brighton, they Ben White's worked out, but 50 million for Ben White off the back of one Premier League season. You see the fee they got for Caicedo. You saw what they got for Cucurella. You can't walk to Brighton unless you got serious offers or you're not ready. If you're trying to get a deal, it's not going to happen with Brighton unless there's, in a Trossard case where he's got his contract is running down. I think it's unfair on him because now I'm seeing Bearman claiming it's an attitude problem and now want him nowhere near Arsenal. Just looks like him defending himself, honestly. You're not allowed to, though. You defend yourself, you've got an attitude problem. And the thing is with football, like life, if somebody says something enough times, it's taken for gospel. Would love for Lamine Yamal to score, man. There he is in possession. His boots are nice, isn't it? I just think Osimhen's... I don't know. I mean, it could be... I could be wrong, but you know what? He's probably on 200 grand. He's another one that's going to probably want 200, 250, 300 grand. It doesn't seem like Napoli at this moment in time want to negotiate well below his release clause. So that's 100 odd million. You're probably going to want him to sign a 4-year deal with an option of a year or a 5-year deal. Is it in Arsenal's remit or budget? I'm not sure. Rodri. Dani Olmo should have started. See, this is a real winger. I mean, weren't the best of passes there, but we won't mention that. And the Croatians have the ball again. You've gone long, though. Who is that 2 keeper? It's to a Spaniard. To be fair, who's that? Done very well from a Croatian perspective to pluck that out of the sky. More Croatian players need to believe in themselves. Where's the forward options? And you're all next to each other. You can throw a cloak on you lot. You're helping Spain defend. Pull them apart like they did to you. Kramaric. Yeah, Guardiola. That was silly, Guardiola. That was silly. Yamal showing his age and overplaying and giving it away. Searching ball for Perisic. And you can see the Croatian lads arguing. End of an era, man. Actually enjoying not knowing what we are going to do in the window. I'm enjoying the guesswork. If I'm Arsenal, we go for Leao. But does Rafa Leao significantly upgrade us, though? Really and truly. I must have said that about 20 million times, I take it. I don't think Osimhen works at Arsenal, just my opinion, though. Also don't like the Italian league. Why don't you believe he'll work at Arsenal? I'm not saying you're wrong, but why don't you think he work? I think he would. He chased, all you got to do is look at AFCON. The man would chase lost causes. And I hear you, but this is someone that's played in Italy, Germany, and France. So he's shown, again, the Premier League's a different animal, but he's shown his adaptability in other leagues, isn't it? I just think it don't make sense money-wise. But who knows, man? All I would say is hopefully come the close of the window. For me anyways, if it's up to me, we'd sign about 4 players, but I want a centre mid. I think you have to sign a centre. I'll go as far as if we don't sign a central midfield, if Rice doesn't have a new partner with Odegaard that I look at and say, yeah, we've done it, I don't think we'll do anything serious. And I would love a winger and a striker, but okay, one of the 2 will do. Among every other area Arteta sees fit to improve. Croatia giving the ball away. Rodri. What a ball from Rodri, man. Ozyaobal back to Rodri. See, we need to find our own Rodri as well, man. What a player. Ridiculous. He's versatile and can fill in for Martinelli. I mean, for the wages and what he'll be on, he's gonna arguably not going to fill in for Martinelli. And what I would say with Leao is, I think in theory he could be converted into a striker, but are we really convinced with Rafa Leao as a striker with his back to goal? Baller though, I like him. Dani Olmo, I'd love him. I bang it. Forget everyone. Okay, maybe that's why I'm not a footballer and you made the wrong decision. Should have probably passed it, but it's all good. We're at that level. Top players will demand top wages. I don't disagree. I mean, obviously, Kai Havertz is a terrible example, but, Kai Havertz is on like 250k. We spent 65 million. If we're convinced we'll do it, I just think the budget ain't going to make sense for what we want to do. I think we like Osimhen. I don't think we think it makes sense. And I think with Kai's form and obviously with the fact that we got 91 goals, listen, I want a striker, I want a winger. I just don't think Arsenal are heavily pressed on that. Leao seems uninterested sometimes, man. He looks like one of them guys that thinks he's already made it, so he can't be bothered. I don't like his attitude. Leao, wrong side of the wing. We need Saka back up. I hear you, but could you argue to get to the promised land? Yeah, you look at Arsenal's front line, front three, better yet. Saka at the moment, Kai Havertz, and give or take, we'll say Trossard, but you could say Martinelli. Surely 2 of those 3 positions could be upgraded. Jonathan David, it's not for us. Good player, but not for us. Not for us. And I don't trust Leao if we're not on the if we're on the transition, then Leao's lit. I don't think Leao's good enough in tight spaces. Good player though. Good player. Good player. Wouldn't be against it. Cucurella's had a good game, to be fair with you. Ref, that is not a free Croatia. Lucky. Are Belgium being underrated at this tournament? Lukaku, Openda, Doku, Kevin De Bruyne. You know I can't say that. You're talking about the Atalanta lad, Telemans. I'm not sure, you know. I mean, you can never discount the Belgians. Everybody a lot of people have. To be fair, no. I think everybody tends to do that. Or in the last few years, when they've had this generation of players, and even back to when Hazard was an option, and even his brother. I don't even know if his brother's in the squad. I think people always said, like, Belgium, golden generation, they can do something. I think Osman being a 9 won't help our fluidity. When I watch him, I just think he would take away from our wide players and always see him as more of a left forward than a striker. I think he works the channels well enough. And you could argue, you know, Gabriel Jesus' first 6 months, him pulling out to the channels helped Martinelli. I think his general play is all right. I think he'll buy into what Arteta wants. I just think we're not that... it's not that we're not pressed for a striker. I don't think we feel the Osimhen thing makes sense because his agent probably wants big commission. It appears that the Napoli president's playing hardball. You're going to have to give him big wages off the backdrop of, you know, some do have question marks over his injury record. It's a great switch of play here. Perisic, can he get the better of Carvajal? That's a decent knock. But once again, it's into the hands of Unai Simon. And Belgium allegedly have no defence. I think Belgium are mentally clocked out. Drama behind the scenes, comments to the media. Yeah, their defence is questionable too. There you have it, man. It's probably peak for them, isn't it? Really? So yeah, nobody expecting them to do serious things, unfortunately. I mean, the Spanish, that just passing and moving. This is comical from Belgium. I mean, from Croatia. And you're about to be... Oh, ref. Hey, Michael Oliver. That's not offside. I hold my hands up. If Yamal tell me not offside. Oh, you got to hold your run, man. I know you're 16, but you got to hold your run. That's 4-0, man. That's 4-0. Daily Solanke, come on, Arsenal. I like Solanke, but when you're hearing 65 million price tag, bro, come on, man. Forget about it. If we're going to go heavy for an English forward, then before Solanke, and again, there's a lot of upside to Solanke. Oh, Simone, what are you doing? Yo, Unai Simone. Oh, that's a pen. Blood. If you're not watching this game, that's why concentration is key. A series of unfortunate events could see Spain not keep a clean sheet. I think Rodri's been done dirty conceding the pen there. Unai Simon playing out from the back, of course. Take it from an Arsenal fan who's seen David Raya. You see madness happen. Unai Simon, concentrate, bro. Why are you trying to ping that with your left peg? Hey, Rodri's bad, man, you know. Because they were about to score. Rodri is back. Wait, did he dive? Wait, did the Croatian lad dive? Oh, there is contact, but it looks like your legs have hit each other. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. I mean, Raya's not the best. Big up Raya, but we've seen Raya do some dumb shit. Bayern Munich comes to mind. The attempted pass comes to mind there. That happens, though. Playing out from the back, them kind of things happen. I don't know if the pen might not be given, you know, because it did look like there was slight contact, but that replay or that angle, it did actually look like the Croatian lad has hit his own leg. But it should be a pen. Boy, hey, Rodri got done dirty, man. I can't lie. If we're talking about Leao as an impact player, boy, we need to get our bread up and, you know, get back by All State. That's a super soft pen. Nah, I wouldn't say it's a super soft pen. That'd be come on, that is a pen, bro. You got to score. The Croatian fans that have travelled, you at least need to give them something. I mean, this is probably where you want Modric. I can't lie. He looks like he's not confident still. He goes straight down the middle. You look shook, man. Meaty, see, bro. All right, you bust case. You bust case. He missed the initial effort. Eventually, you know, it's been squared to him again. He's put the ball in the back of the net. I never lied to you. I told you you look nervous. But fundamentally, he's put the ball in the back of the net. Training tomorrow, you need to work on pens. Modric, you're the captain. The next man who takes the pens needs to be involved. To be fair, though, should there be a retaking of that penalty? Unai Simone's off his line before the pen's taken. Oh, he hasn't saved it, has he? He's actually hit the post. This Euros has started off great. Has he saved that or hit the post? I thought it was a good save initially. Oh, he has saved it. Stop showing bare different angles and changing narratives, man. It's a good save. You look nervous. Don't lie to you, look. Got a degree in body language. I'm capping. I ain't got that. It just sounded wavy to say. It might actually get retaken, you know. Allow it, man. It's 3-1. There's no need. Really, it should be retaken. I think the ref has stopped play. I think VAR is having a look, to be honest. It did look like Unai Simone, well before the pen was taken, was off his line. Like Jersey Dudek against AC Milan when Liverpool won one of them champs. Unai Simone is actually a good keeper, just dumb brain fart. It happens. I've seen Alisson do that, Edison do that, Raya do that. Look, see. What's going on? Is the goal standing or is it the pen might get retaken, you know? If you take that pen again, you got balls of steel. I rate you, you know. He ankle tapped him. There's slight contact, but it did look like he, you know, it does look like a pen, but it did look like he kicked his own leg. Look, Unai Simone well off his line. Well off his line before. Let me read that again. Oh, no, the ref's actually carried on. All right. I think that's sympathy for Croatia. You are the luckiest man on the planet. Could you remember? Hey, I've missed a pen in my life before. I could never compare like Saka missing it in the final, or Rashford and Sancho, or missing it in the big tournament like that. And I'm one of them. I hate taking penalties, man. Penalty shootouts. I only take a pen if it like all the traditional takers can't take them yet. Like I'm not on it. I wish I was like Ainsley Maitland-Niles and them guys. My thing for pens. And to be honest, I've got a decent record with pens, but I'm just nervous. I did miss one at the TalkSport tournament, the decisive one, that peak. But I'm either going straight down the middle or hard and low into the corners because I just feel, not like his, but I just feel if you smash it hard and low and the keeper gets a touch on it, it can still trickle its way in. Probably didn't make him tumble like that. But you know what? We're being... Oh, you are lucky. I don't even think that's a foul. Some of the defending we've seen is crazy. Nah. Wait, what? Hey, wait. I've just clocked. Why is the creation goal being chalked off? Boy, you ain't sleeping today. You missed a pen. Why is it? What are they saying, people? Why are they? I don't know why. But I did call for good football, VAR drama, and the rest of it. I guess I got what I asked for. Why has it been chalked off? Hey, Rodri, bust case. Dark hearts. I don't know. Encroachment. Well, to be fair, rules are rules. Like, if it is encroachment, then fair enough, but... Hey, this game is going down the toilet, man. I did call for VAR drama, goals, and good football. I've got everything I asked for. Spain going bombing forward. Dani Almo. By yourself. Show the manager why you should be playing instead of Nico Williams. Not when you do things like that. 7 minutes left, folks. If you haven't subscribed or smashed the like button, what are you doing? The third and final watch along from myself is Italy, Albania. Kramaric finds a teammate. Make the run. That's a good switch of play. Perisic, you might as well just wrap that on your cut inside and hit that with your right peg. He's tried to. Slyly, it was the wrong option. I thought it should be retaken, but it's above me, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just watch football. I don't know the rules, man. Like when it starts getting into this, I don't know. Due to encroachment, a Croatia player must have encroached on the pen, and seeing as it was missed, it's a restart for Spain. Perisic was in the box when the pen was taken, so Spurs players mashing it up. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go, there's always an agenda, man. Peak. Ferran Torres and Zubamendi about to get charity minutes. To be fair, Ferran Torres is sort of brother to score in what's left. Is Rodri coming off? I don't know what's going on, man. Several Spain players getting a bottle of water. You'd imagine Yalma's going to come off surely. Like, you're the only one from the starting 11 front line that hasn't been subbed. Wait, what? Oh, I thought Dani Alma was getting subbed off. Oh, Yamal. What's Top Blue sent? What link have you sent here? Wait, what the? Wait, what? Is that a cow? Yeah, man, the world's ended soon, bro. They're just rich, boy. That's gonna be some serious. That's gonna be some serious McDonald's burger in a sec, boy. To be fair, that was gotta be scary. Imagine just a wild cow just running around. Boy, that's some serious steak. Boy. It's one way to stop stuff. In fact, let me stop before animal cruelty don't get onto me and that. You know, in this day and age, you can't joke about shit. Brozovic. I mean, it can't get any worse from here, innit, really, for Croatia. Mr. Penn. Well, yeah, Mr. Penn, encroachment, shagged it. 3-0 down at half time. Yes, when it can all go wrong, it all goes wrong, man. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't think cows are not dangerous like that. But still, man, it must be intimidating, man, just seeing that running through places. 3 minutes left, folks. Plus added on time. You'd imagine there's at least 5 minutes. Free kick for encroachment that leads to a goal makes sense, though. Keeper saves and the opponent has open goal. Not a bad roll. Well, to be fair, I am confused at this moment in time. But if, and a big if, that is the right decision, then you know what? We can't always attack VAR and the rest when they're wrong and not give them their plaudits when they're right. But boy, yeah, Croatia have lost the ball again. If Spain really wanted to, there could have been 4s and 5s. Carvajal, Ferran Torres, that's a ball. That's a ball. Where's the options? It should be 4. Instead, it's a corner for Spain. Boy, I wonder who feels the worst, the Hungarians, the Scottish, or the Croatians. And to be fair, though, to them, they're not specialists in stopping a random car for a cow running through the streets. Boy. Not too long left, folks. Not too long left. And are we going to let Guardiola get away with the cooking he received from Yamal? Cucurella, low key had a very good, not even low key, he has had a very good game. DG, how do you think my team Slovenia will do this tournament? They're in the same group as England. Not gonna lie, bro. I think you lot If you can beat Serbia, you lot can sneak through, but we're going to deal with you. Croatia got shagged. It took an English ref to come and ruin the tournament, send Michael Oliver home after this match. To be fair, I hear it, but he's not alone. Like it's a bunch of people in his radio and whatnot. Fucking hell, what a turn. And that little kick out on Nacho sums up everything. To be fair, if I was Croatia, I'd be angry as well. Centre backs are trying to move like Iniesta. It's peak. Being that it's a Prem ref today, they probably did get it wrong. It's true that as well, like what Marcel saying. "89 minutes on the clock. Am I exaggerating if I say this is the best game of the Euro so far? Probably. But it is. Oh, that's a searching ball. Ferran Torres, come on, the first touch has to be better. It is handball, bro. You're not the truth. Don't think I didn't see them comments when you said you're Mbappe level and all them things. This is horrible, man. And it's just a defeativeness from the Croatians, if I'm honest with you. It's like they've just... Obviously, Spain are a great team. Germany, Scotland, better in my opinion. No, but I'm saying if you were Hungarian... 5 minutes of added on time, by the way. If you was Hungarian, if you was Croatian, or if you was... what's the other one? Croatian, Hungarian. There's definitely someone else definitely held a mad L. Scottish. Who would be feeling the lowest? Probably the Scottish, I feel, because that group is peak for them anyways. Plays over here on this right-hand side. Oh. Must admit, Croatian, like somebody said earlier, it's an end of an era, really. Like, Croatians football, it's very, like, everyone can play football. They're very cultured and great on the ball, but it appears lifeless, motionless, spineless, not really any ideas. Unclear whether to stick or twist. Pardon me, not really fashioning enough chances, and when they do, they're not taking them, or the decision making is poor. That's why you find it in this kind of situation. It's a shame, really. But the game's the game. And obviously, it's all summed up by the whole pen fiasco. Would have to be a Premier League ref involved in that. It's stuff like that that makes me believe football is scripted to a degree or fixed. Boy, it is what it is in that regards. 3 minutes left of this game, folks. Boy. I mean, I saw a Scottish don crying. They didn't show anything for the Hungarians or the Croatians. They looked happy, so I guess there's only one winner. Boy, I mean, Scotland is just, you ain't really got levels, in it? Like, I don't know why. That attempted tackle on Gundogan is just still stuck in my head. Dali Almo down this left-hand side. Boy, tries to find Marino. Corner kick to the Spaniards. Not too long to go, people. Italy versus Albania. I'm not expecting nothing. And it's like the Spanish are having too much fun. It's getting to training vibes. People are doing a bit too much. Hey, I don't mind if Sesko scores, bro. I like Sesko. Well, we're going further than you. DG, which team has impressed you more, Germany or Spain? The Spanish for the pressing. You know what? The Germans. Because I think Germans fell off a bit and they're back. That's a handball. That's a handball. And that's never a foul. What? Ref, the creation, hey, Michael Oliver, you're letting people down, man. Bro, your team's losing. You've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left. There's no such thing as injury. Get up, man. Get up. Get up. There's no time for that. It's an end of an era for Croatia, man. Spliffed today. Absolutely spliffed. Boy. You never know. Weirder, stranger things have happened, but we're into the final moments of this game, people. There's just over 30 seconds left. Can they change fortunes? Carvajal's been fouled there. Modric looks stressed. Modric doesn't even look stressed. He just, you know, when someone looks lifeless, feel sorry for him, man. There's nothing you can do. Don't worry, big man. You got nothing. You got nothing to prove. Absolutely nothing to prove. Absolutely nothing to prove, man. And that's that. I don't know why I feel sorry for Croatia. Like, boy, it is what it is in that regards, people. Croatia have been battered. The good news is they've got 2 more games to save themselves, people, but it's a mountain to climb. Obviously, in just over an hour, technically, folks, we're going to watch the final game of the day where Italy are playing Albania. So join me for such. I can't guarantee it'll be as good as this, but I can guarantee I'll be there with you lot. So yeah, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. And I mean, Croatia, if you needed someone to make some magic happen, I ain't seen Nico Williams do this.
Yeah, against this right back, Charlie.